It is time for the Target Series third chase race of season number 8. As we had super speedway racing in Pensacola, Florida, we're here for the Can-Am 300. And on the pole for today's race is George Cooper in the 28. Who's out 10 second is Simon Bloomfield in the 35. Then third is Derek Hamill. Fourth is Justin Zidell, and Eli Bright rounds out the top 5 in the 88 car. Who's outside sixth, it's Colucci the 42. 7th place we have Oliver Galway. 8th place is one of the drivers tied for a second in points, Sebastian Kukulon. In 9th is Nathan Ormond, and Paul Taylor rounds out the top 10 in the 99 car. For the rest of the field, there's Jason Larkridge, who's inside to Mike Burrow. Then behind them, Patrick Smith and Max Anderson, along with Krishan Richardson and Anthony Hernandez. Then there's Ryan Brommer and Jose Mills. Behind them, Adam McDowell and Levi Shones. Then we have Jeff Wright and Jonathan Rains, along with William Bullen and Greg Lee. And there's Alexander Rowe and Dylan Abrahamian. Behind them, Danny Lloyd and points leader Jake Gowey will start 27th here today. And we have Riley Spurley and Mathis Wells. Behind them, Jennifer Deford and Colton Yo. Then there's Anton Charlebois and Trip McGinnis. Behind them, Samet Oskin and Franz Device, with Diego Yapez and William Seaman. And we have Steve Larker and Luke Rennie comes in time second in points. And the final row has Greg Torres, who's outside, is Chaser 42nd, number 52 of Trey Rainey. There's our 4G car field for the Can-Am 300 chase race number 3 of 10 in the Target Series season. Let's go on track side, fire the engines up for chase race number 3 of the Target Series.
Drivers, start your engines!
42 cars fire their engines up as we get ready for some pack racing here in Pensacola. 3-mile super speedway down in Florida. We've seen some crazy racing here the past 3-4 wide common, 5 wide a breaking point, but we have seen it at this racetrack before. Coming into this race, Jake Galloway has a 1-point gap over Sebastian Kukulon and Luke Rainey, who are tied second in the point standings. Jeff Bright not too far back, only 3 back of the 19. He rolls off in a decent starting position here today. Other drivers within a shot, Mathis Wells in the 5, along with Danny Lloyd, and a few others along with Simon Bloomfield, Paul Taylor, on down. Trey Rainey currently last in the chase, 3 points. He starts 42nd here today, wants to turn it around here in Pensacola, have a good points day, try and get himself back into the hunt for the championship. 15 laps, 3 miles each time around here in Pensacola, Florida. Pace car will make left-hand turn to pit road. Give the field to George Cooper and Simon Bloomfield. Front row for the start of the Can-Am 300 in the Target Series. We are green in Pensacola. Chase race number 3 underway. It was George Cooper leading most lap, but a late steal by Nathan Ormond gets the 2 car. The first lap led here today in Pensacola. He won the truck race last night, looking for the sweep here in Pensacola across this weekend. Looking for the Target Series win here today. The Gary Cup Series win tomorrow, but he has to win here today first if he wants to have a shot at that sweep. Max Anderson moves up to second down the back in the 23 car. Paul Taylor, chaser just behind the 99 as they go down the backstretch. Single file for the front 2. 3 wide behind Levi Shones and 00. Nice slingshot on the 99 there. Gets me 3 wide to go to third. Great move by Shones there. He'll get up to the back of that 23, see if he can push him. Anderson makes the move, has Shones behind him now. So they go side by side for lead off turn 4. Nathan Ormond, no help up top, falling back. Max Anderson, help from Levi Shones. Jeff Wright, William Bullen down low. Will clear off turn 4. Max Anderson leads in the Can-Am 300, but don't look now. Levi Shones has a run for the lead. William Bullen the 40, down low 3 wide, that's for third. It's going to be the 00's closest help. Levi Shones the 00, clearing 1 and 2, so Shones out in front now in Pensacola. Here comes William Bullen the 40. Here's Anton Charlebois the 55 pushing him. Greg Lee the 60, Dylan Abrahamian the 36, also within range as they race their way down the backstretch. Shones has a nice gap over the rest of the field. He's got a nice separation. You want that Pensacola though, that 40 getting a nice push on the outside. Does he get a run up to that 00 right here in turns 3 and 4? Now he couldn't get clear. Greg Lee and Anton Charlebois kept underneath. and Lee is going to have a good run to get to second right here off turn 4. Look at this angle as they come down the front stretch from this camera angle right here. See the whole pack as it shoots towards you down the front stretch right here. And you can see the runs being made, the cars jostling around. You can really see cars move high and low from this camera angle. It's a really neat angle to see which lane might be getting formed up. Front 3, stay clear. Make it now 4. Still number in the 36 gets clear of the madness behind. Francis Device trying to get clear as well in 5th. Samet Oskin behind him, and McDowell tripped him again as well in the bottom lane. At the front of the field, Anton Charbonnet made the move on Greg Lee for 2nd, allowing Jones to stay clear. Looks like Lee was going to run for that 00. However, that 55 making the move halted the 60 of Greg Lee. He's now going to drop back on the outside. 55 is the inside. And then being side by side, look at Franz Device. Got a good run with Dylan Bohemian. They're up to those front 3 now. Device give a good run to try and get to 3rd here. To the apron they go. Luke Ray's one of them in the 12. Around they go with Eli Brent the 88 as well. Derek Hamill the 98 has impacted the outside wall. The 12 trying to get back going. Jeffrey Buford the 16 as well. Oliver Galloway, Jose Mills. So I think there might have been 2 wrecks there. Caution flag for the first time today out in the Can-Am 300 Pensacola. Levi Jones leads the race. But contact behind the leaders, Oliver Galloway, Jose Mills, and others involved in a crash which looked like happened down the backstretch and involved in turns 3 and 4. So our first yellow of the day comes out. Let's see the reason for it. Racing down the backstretch right here. Looks like they maybe get 5 wide, close together. Jose Mills, Jeff Buford lean on each other right there. Up the racetrack for the 11 and the 16 right here. There they go up into the 15 of Oliver Galloway. They go hard to the wall. Justin Zidell got a little piece right there in the 18 car. 16 bounces off the wall. The 11, the 15 up against the wall. Those 3 just kind of spin around. But then something happened with the 12 of Luke Rainey to where he also got kind of involved in this accident. Now this could be interesting to see how the 12 really got in that predicament. There go the cars on the wall. Jake Galloway and Luke Rainey, the 12 trying to give the 19 room up into Derek Hamill. He'll spin the 98 up into the pack. Look at the... Oh! Eli took a hard hit, but Jake Galloway, our points leader, narrowly escaping that one along with Luke Rainey, the 12. That's 2. I mean, all 3 of the top 3 in points right there. Kukulon was in this. Luke Rainey and Jake Galloway. They were all near each other. Luke hit Hamill, comes up the racetrack, and barely misses the 4 and the 19. Eli Bright, the instant bias here, involved in this hard way. Hamill as well took a hard hit. All know about 5-6 cars get damaged. And our first yellow flag of the day in Pensacola. Back in front, it's Levi Jones in the 00 leading here in Pensacola. He'll stay on the racetrack, and Levi Jones trying to dominate the rest of the race. He leads here in Pensacola. The field pacing through 3 and 4, and we'll get the green flag on lap number 9. It'll be with 7 laps of racing to go in the Can-Am 300. Eli Brent and Jennifer Buford are both retired from the crash. 40 cars are on the lead lap currently. Luke Rainey came in tied with Kukulon, currently scored 37th. Kukulon not much better in 23rd, and Jake Galloway the 19. He's not doing too well. He's not doing too great as well. He's down a little bit further as well. Green flag back in there, back racing for Levi Jones, Anton Charbonnet in 2nd. Greg Lee, Franz Device, and Dylan Bohemian in the front 5. Front 2 Galloway Sprout behind, and Jose Mills blown up. And then the 4, Kukulon to pit road, came in tied 2nd of points. The 4 yields to pit road. Mills blowing up the 11. And there's the 12 of Luke Rainey. We look up here and see the 19 Jake Galloway not that far ahead of him. Right now, that could be the battle for the points here. Does someone else try and take it because of how far back they are? Bohemian shuffled up top, the 36. Front 3. Kind of break away. Greg Lee got a nice run onto that 55 in the draft of Anton Charbonnet. Moves to the inside, and it should be Greg Lee to take 2nd right here in turns 3 and 4. So Greg Lee the 60. He'll get by Anton Charbonnet to get to 2nd. However, getting up to that lead of Levi Jones, you're going to need some help. And right now the pack a little spread. You have to wait for this pack to get clumped back together to have a shot. Anton Charbonnet down in line, trying to block Samet Oskin off in the 93. They come to the start-finish line. Lee right in the back of Levi Jones, not quite making the move quite yet. Now he does. Greg Lee, Levi Jones, 2 forwards, battle side by side. It's going to be Lee. Car number 60 out in front of Pensacola. Anton Charbonnet, the 55, pushing clear to try and get to 2nd. He is clear. Anton Charbonnet slides up. Now to the back of the 60 he goes. Trying to look for a run to make. Now he looks to the bottom lane. Here comes Anton Charbonnet for the top spot. Now shuffling at the front of the field for the lead. They stay side by side. Watch them catching out of the 4. Kukulon came out pit road. He's not damaged, he's just a little slow off the pace. They move to the high side. The 4 drifts up there trying to get out of the way. Gives the bomb to the 93, Samet Oskin using the bomb lane. Benjamin Sharp off the top side. Good push. He gets clear. 5 to go in Pensacola. The pack has been held up a little bit, but they should be able to catch this front pack in the draft. Look at them 4 wide behind the front 2. Greg Torres made that move. Riley Spirit to the last car in this draft, but they are 4 wide at the front of the field. And to Charles Block, Greg Lee are clearing 1 and 2. Now Lee looks for the run down the backstretch. Here comes the 60 for the lead. We'll have Greg Torres with them. That 39 gonna get a nice run. Look at Trey running to the 52. The monster run he had because they were 3 and 4 wide in front of him. Trey looking inside, but Jeff right there in the 1 makes the move first. 3 wide. Jeff Bright coming to the front. Greg Lee is clearing the lead. Greg Torres pushes clear in second. Riley Sprue to the 8 up to third. Down the front stretch, 4 laps of racing to go in the Can-Am 300. Greg Lee continues to lead in the 60. Greg Torres, the 39 has a run. Now looks for the lead on turns 1 and 2. Greg Torres. He has help from Riley Sprue, the 8 went with him. Torres will get out in front now. Trying to clear Greg Lee off turn 2, and he is. Torres clear to lead. Riley Sprue to the 8, gonna run off turn 2. Looks inside. Down the backstretch, Riley Sprue to try and keep Samet Oskin with them. 93 breaks low, 3 wide. Jeff Bright middle lane, Cole Luigi middle lane, Levi Jones middle lane, Dylan Ibrahimi bomb lane, but down to the bomb, Samet Oskin, 3 wide for the top spot, come to 3 to go. Samet Oskin, 3 by 3 at the front, he'll clear off turn 4. Dylan Ibrahimian, the 36, here he comes, William Seaman a chaser, Mathis Wells a chaser, Nathan Orman we mentioned looking to win, once again at Pensacola, won the truck race last night, wants to win the target race here today. 4 wide for second. Seaman in the 3 makes the move. Here comes the 5 of Mathis Wells. Wells pushing that 3. That's 2 chasers. Helping each other second and third in the bomb lane. But they're trying to catch and pass to Matt Oskin, who is clear. Now Seaman makes the move. Down low for the 3. Mathis Wells, though, 3 wide. Help from Seaman's teammate Nathan Orman, the 2. Orman gonna look 4 wide for the top spot into turn 3. 4 wide for the lead comes Nathan Orman, the 2. He'll take it through 3 and 4. Orman to the top spot. Diego Yepes, the 0, up to second with a shot. Now Patrick Smith makes the move. Jonathan Raines at 61 with them. Out of line now for the 61 with 2 to go. 6 miles remain. It's Nathan Orman leading. Jonathan Raines 3 wide for second. Look at the pack behind. Everyone trying to get down to the bottom lane. You know that's the place to be. Raines has help from Mike Burrell to try and catch Nathan Orman to make a pass. Off the corner, down the backstretch. Front 3, staying content. Trip McGinnis first out of line. Now Mike Burrell made the move for second. Gonna halt that 61's momentum. Orman gonna be in a nice spot right here. Come to the white flag. Out in front there, side by side behind. Mike Burrell though gets a good run to get clear in the 45. And watch Colton Yo. He won here earlier in the season looking for the Pensacola sweep in the Target Series. White flag waves, last lap in the Can-Am 300. Nathan Orman leads in the 2. He won last night. Looking for a winner today in the Target Series. Trip McGinnis with a shot at 2 in a row. But them being side by side, only helping Nathan Orman out. Here they come. Off turn 2, the 2 of Nathan Orman in control as they race their way down the backstretch. Nathan Orman is clear, side by side behind, really hurting each other. Trip McGinnis looking for a run to get help. Steve Larker, 51 bomb lane. They'll get put 4 wide. McGinnis got a 1 last shot. It's going to be through 3 and 4 right here. He's to the back of the 2, but Orman blocks it off nicely. Here they come off turn 4. Nathan Orman out front. Trip McGinnis runs second. Alexander Rowe third. No one going to be able to catch Nathan Orman. He won last night. He'll win today. Orman wins the Can-Am 300. He's on his way to the Pensacola weekend sweep. Oh, they're wrecking after the checkered flag. There they go. They have wrecked past the start-finish line. Greg Lee, Mathis Wells, Max Anderson, Patrick Smith, Jonathan Raines come off the banking in a heap as they're involved in a wreck after the checkered flag as Nathan Orman wins the race. Trying to get slowed down and they couldn't. Contact made. To the wall they go. And a lot of cars damaged after the checker flag. Not something you want to see. Make it all that time, 3 and 4 at racing, and then after the race is when you get wiped out. But the big story is Nathan Ormond as he wins for the second straight day. Can he go for the Pensacola weekend sweep tomorrow in the Gatorade Cup Series race? Let's go see the finishing results of the Can-Am 300 here in Pensacola. Here's how they finished at the Can-Am 300 at the Pensacola International Speedway. There were 2 caution flags during the race for 4 laps, and 6 lead changes, 6 different drivers in laps here today in Pensacola. But it's Nathan Ormond with back-to-back wins, back-to-back days. One last night, one today, looking for another one in the Gatorade Cup Series tomorrow. Shert McGinnis ends up second, backing up his win last race out. Alex Nero in third, Mike Burrow fourth, and Steve Larker rounds out the top 5. With Anthony Nez sixth, Danny Lloyd a good points day in 7th, Paul Taylor another good points day for him in 8th, Kashawn Richardson in 9th, and Levi Shones rounds out the top 10. He led the most laps today of 7. As we look at the top 20, George Cooper started on pole, fell back to 17th, never led a lap here today. Some other chasers outside the top 10, Colton Yo in 11th, Franz Device in 14th, Trey Rainey down in 18th. He started 42nd, not too bad for the 52 here today. Jake Galloway came with the points lead, 21st here today. Mathis Wells 23rd, Jeff Wright 26th. Then you look down here, William Seaman in 32nd, Luke Rainey 35th. Kukula and Bloomfield both laps down in 38th and 39th. A tough break for those two. Buford, Eli Bright, the only 2 out from the crash. Jose Mills out with mechanical issues. At the right side are the point standings. It's very close. In fact, a tie at the top of the points list. Jake Galloway and Danny Lloyd tied with 26 points apiece to be in terms of the points lead. Paul Taylor is the first driver behind those 2 in 3rd. And then it is a huge tie with 21 points. Jeff Wright, Colton Yo, Luke Rainey, and Mathis Wells all have 21 points. Just behind them is Sebastian Kukulan with 20 points. And you look at another tie with 15 points and on down. So a lot of drivers right now within range. I mean, from the 19 on down to the 1, the 9, the 3, or the 1, the 9, the 5, and the 12. That is 5 points separating those drivers. Not a lot of points there separating. So a lot of these drivers have been pretty consistent, or if they've been really good, they've been really bad. It's kind of leveled it out. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the chase goes. We still have 7 races to crown a Target Series champion here for season number 8. As we look forward to our 4th chase race of the season, we're going to go out west racing in Auto Club, the Sony 300. I will see you guys then.